Howdy folks, thanks for checking out the lesson here for June Apple in the key of A. We'll be working out of G position, of course, but capo on the 2nd fret. And I've taken this melody, the solos, especially the first one, largely from Doc's album Good Deal, and I've transcribed his solo the first time around, fairly close to what he's doing there, so that'll be the first variation. And then I'm just taking that same melody and I'm moving it up the fretboard, so we're down here, and then we're gonna move it up here. And again, we're still gonna follow the melody real close, but we're just gonna move it into more of a closed position on the fretboard. If you want to access the full-length version, both variations here, download all the tabs, notation, and the multi-speed backing tracks, click the link in the description below. Let's start digging in. All right, so let's put those first few measures up on the screen there. It's got a pickup on beat 4, and yeah, let's play through it. So here it is. 1, 2, 3. A lot of back and forth on those high strings there. And a lot of the melody is being derived from the minor pentatonic scale, the G minor pentatonic. So we will use the B rather than the B flat, but of the melody again is coming from that G minor pentatonic scale or pattern or shape, if you will, so you can kind of visualize it. People have been asking about that. So has a pickup on beat 4, 1, 2 on the E string, right? And then measure 2, we go 3, 1, and 3 on the B, back to 1 on the E, 3, 1, back to 3 on the B, back to 1 on the E. So just back and forth, right, on those two strings. Then measure 3, 3 on the E, to 1, 3 on the B, 1, and here we grab the open B, or the the B natural, so kind of, again, getting away from the minor pentatonic a bit, but, and then 2 on the G, and open G. That's the first little phrase. Then measure 4, it goes to the F chord and starts on the high E, 1st fret, 3 on the B, 1, and then back to 1 on the E. So right here, I'm barring. I'm essentially gonna make this little F shape here, but I am barring on the E and the B. So, and back to 3 on the B, 1 on the B, and then right here you got to get down to 2 on the G. Okay, and then 1 on the B. Next measure, 1 on the E. Back to 1 on the B, just bouncing back and forth there. 1 on the E, 1 on the B, and then here's 2 quarter notes you want to watch out for. So 3 on the B, 1 on the E. I'm sorry, 1 on the B. So quarter notes. Boom, boom. And if I haven't already mentioned, I mean, this is a fairly accurate transcription of Doc Watson's solo arrangement on his album Good Deal. And yes, it's very close to what he's doing. And I noticed the fiddle player's doing very similar things as well, so pretty accurate representation of the melody, at least in Doc's eyes. And yep, that's what's going on there. And I kind of found it tricky a little bit going from measure 4 to 5. It's it's not quite cross-picking per se, but right here I got to come down to the G, and then the B, and then the E, and then back to the B. I mean, we're kind of doing that, so we keep moving to adjacent strings, kind of with each note. So up to speed, it does make it tricky. You got to have your right hand technique about you. All 4 of those one last time. 1, 2, 3. Then moving on here. And then go measure 9 would take you right back to measure 2 for the repeat, right? It's good. You know, A, A, B, B, and that's the repeat, and they're very similar, the two endings that you see on the tab there, but the second one is slightly different because it picks back up into the, or not back up, but picks up into the B part. So measure 6 is exactly like measure 2. Okay, so I won't cover that again. Measure 7 is very similar to measure 3, just slightly different. So 3 on the E, 1. 3 on the B, 1, open B, 2 on the G, and then right here, open G, open D. So again, we're not cross-picking, but we are kind of moving it down the strings adjacently. And then measure 8 is over top of the F, and I'm going to go 3 on the D, 2 on the D, 3, open G, 2-0 pull on the G, 3 on the D, 2, then I'm going to pull to the downbeat here again. And then open D on the upstroke. So there's a double up there. You really want to watch your pick direction. Down, up, and then 3-5 slide on the D. Use your third finger. Then open G. And then 1, 2 on the E. And you would go back to measure 2. Okay. Now you would go play it down, and then the second time you'd go from measure 8 to measure 10, which is very similar but slightly different. And it's all on beat 4 there. That's different. We pick up into the B part. So 3 on the B, 1 on the B. And 2, with the pull-offs, in Doc's version, there are no pull-offs or hammer-ons that I can tell anyway. And I just added those in there. They just felt like they naturally fit in there and fit for my playing, and especially up to speed. So you can always take the pull-offs out, you know, and pick those notes instead. It totally works, right? But I put them in there. Again, they just seem to fit. So let me play the first 9 measures for you for the A part here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's the first variation of the A for June Apple. If you want to access the full-length lesson, the other variations, download the tabs, notation, multi-speed backing track, click the link in the description below.